Frank is back. Fizz took the kids on a field trip. Let's talk about it. What's up, people? How y'all feeling tonight? I'm chilling. Not a whole lot of Knicks news. Not a lot of Knicks news going on right now, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. A couple of things to talk about. One, first off, we just seen the Boston Celtics handle the Cleveland Cavaliers. And you guys might notice the setup looks a little bit different. I'm actually getting some work done on the studio floor, so some things are moved around, but you know, it's all good. We doing what we got to do anyway. The Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know. You know what? I look at the Cavaliers. I know I picked them to win in 7, and I still believe that if Boston doesn't take them out in 6, if Boston does not win the next game, I still believe that Cleveland will win the series. But I just don't see the heart. I don't know. This team, it's like they don't have the heart. You know, they give up easy, it seems like. You know, they just stop playing. You know, yeah, LeBron, he did look a little bit tired out there. He was missing layups. You know, yeah, LeBron he wasn't looking himself out there. He looked tired, and maybe because he has to do so much work. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, but if LeBron looks tired, then everybody else is probably gonna look tired. You know what I mean? You say LeBron's not trying to win. Trust me, he doesn't want to go to the finals this year. Why would he not want to go to the finals this year? I mean, are you saying he doesn't want to go to the finals because if he doesn't go to the finals, it's an easier out for him? I mean, people kind of expect LeBron to do what he wants to do anyway when it comes to free agency and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that would be it. I don't know. You know, he was gassed. He was tired. The team looked disinterested coming down the stretch. You know, I think there was a point in the game. It was about 4 minutes left. And I think Boston went up by either 12 or 15. And I expected Cleveland to really try to dig in defensively. And they didn't. They kind of just let, you know, the Celtics walk the ball up the floor. And didn't really try to dig in. I was like, it's over. It's done. This game is over and it's done. I expect Cleveland to come back and win this next game. And if they do that, then I think they'll win the series in 7. That's what I predicted them to win the series in 7. That's what I thought was going to happen. If Boston wants to win the series, I feel like if Boston wants to win the series, they've got to win the next game. I do not think that Boston is going to be able to beat LeBron in Game 7. You know, I think if they're going to win, they've got to do it in this 6. In Game 6, they got to get it done. That's my opinion. I mean, I hope that I hope Boston wins. I really do. I want Boston to win because I do not like LeBron. I do not like Cleveland. But with the way things looking right now, man, I don't know. It could be, you know, Cleveland's not stepping up to do the things that they're supposed to do. But, you know, they do have a bunch of new players on the team, you know, midway through the season. I mean, it is a testament for them to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, even though the East is kind of weak, to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals when they made such drastic changes halfway through the season. But you know, I don't know. They don't look good right now to me. They look sloppy. They look sloppy at times. They look a little lazy tonight. Look like they didn't care. So I hope that the Celtics win. Ralph Unreal, you asked why I don't like LeBron. I don't know, man. I just don't like LeBron. I mean, now I do know. I don't like his. Listen, I respect everything that he does in the community. I respect his business acumen because I think he really is a businessman. He's smart. I think he's very smart. I think that he has kind of revolutionized the way that you look at basketball players as far as being a business and not being afraid to take control of their careers. But I don't like just some of the things that he does. You know what I mean? You know, speaks about himself in the third person. At least he did before. Haven't heard it in a while. You know, those type of things. I feel like he cries and complains too much. The stories that I hear about him, you know, wanting to be in control of everything. You know, I mean, that's the reason why one of the reasons I believe he left Miami, because Pat Riley wasn't going to give him that control. The control that he wanted. You know, so you know, that's why I'm not really a LeBron fan. I don't like LeBron. You know, I respect him for what he does, for being the best player in the NBA. Listen, I may not like him, but I'm not stupid. I can see. And I know that he's the best player in the NBA. Just about unguardable. But I don't like him as a person. A basketball player person. I don't know. I could meet him face to face and like him. You know what I'm saying? If I knew him personally. As a basketball personality, let me say that, I do not like him. You know, do not like him as a basketball personality. You know? So I root against him every time. I root against him. Robert Perry used to say, he will dump Cleveland to search for a championship. The king is desperate. He probably will. I wouldn't put it past him. He probably will. He probably feels like he did what he had to do for Cleveland. He got them a championship. And now he can move on. He can move on. You know, and go someplace else to finish out his career. Yeah, I can see that happening with LeBron. Yeah, I definitely can see that happening, but I don't know. He might do it. He might do it. You know, that's what, you know, the reason why he went to Miami the first time is because he didn't want to have that pressure on himself, by himself, right? He wanted to have Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. He wanted to have those guys there to relieve some of that pressure. And if he doesn't feel like he has a squad in Cleveland, I do believe that he'll leave again. They try to go to another squad and win another 2 or 3 championships, 1 or 2 championships before he's done. You know, so you know that's LeBron James for you. That's how he is. That's the AAU mentality, though. You know, AAU ball is like that. You know, if you guys know what the live period is, when you get to the live period in AAU basketball, you know, so April and July are the live periods, right? So in April, you know, in March, kids are coming off the high school seasons. You got a couple of weeks to get your guys together and get them in shape, ready to go out there and perform in some of these tournaments. And then in April, you know, you get about 2 weeks of live period where you can go out and you play, and college coaches and scouts are there watching. You know, they can talk to you. They can talk to parents, you know, and they can really scout the kids. And then what happens after that April period, you get a bunch of kids who leave teams. They get upset because they didn't get the playing time that they thought they were going to get, or their team didn't win games. Although when you're in that live period, coaches don't care what teams win. The only thing they care about is, can you perform? And do you look like you can perform? You know, do you have skill? That's what they care about, the college coaches and scouts. You know, but after that April live period, you get a lot of kids jump teams, move to different teams, find a better team, or go to a team where they think they can get more playing time, so that when July comes, they can shine. You know, and that's kind of the AAU mentality. You know, it happens all the time. Yeah. But Boston defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's now 3-2, and it's going back to Cleveland. And I think, obviously, it's a must-win for Cleveland, but I do think that it is an important win for Boston. I just think that if Boston is going to win this series, they need to win Game 6. They need to win it in 6, my opinion. But let's talk about the New York Knicks. That's what we're here for, right? We're here to talk about the Knicks. Talk about the Knicks. Dave Fizdale is creating that bond with our young players, and I like it. You know, I really do like it. I like that he is becoming that big, you know, that father figure, that uncle. He took Frank and the crew, Frank, Emmanuel Mudiay, Damian Dotson, Troy Williams. He brought them to Boston Garden so that they can watch, so they can see a playoff game, right? So they can see, they can feel what a playoff game is. I respect that. You know, and we got a little, this little clip here from Emmanuel Mudiay, who obviously was, you know, at Boston Garden. You know, just a small clip. You guys may have seen the clip. You know, and, you know, it's these guys there. Dave Fizdale, Frank, Mudiay, at Boston Garden, enjoying the game. And, you know, I think that's pretty important. And, of course, you know, that was taken by Emmanuel Mudiay. I think it's pretty important that he's making this connection with these guys. What do you guys think about that? How do you feel about that? I feel good about that. The only thing that I get scared, not scared, what I worry about is it going to become too friendly? You can't become too friendly. You know what I mean? You can't become too friendly with the players. You got to be able to set those standards. You know, and be able to discipline when necessary. You know what I mean? But that's a first step. That's a first step, in my opinion. You know, because I know with my players, I go by a motto that you need 3 positive criticisms to every 1 negative criticism. And this is the same concept. You need 3 positive interactions to every 1 negative interaction to build that trust with a player. And this is a big interaction, positive interaction. You take the guys out to a game like this, probably go out to dinner, you talk, you have fun, you do whatever you do. And you build that relationship. And then when you get into practice, when everything, you know, training camp starts, all that kind of stuff begins, and now it's time for you to discipline. Those kids know that you're disciplining out of love, right? They know you're disciplining because you care. They know you're disciplining because you want them to get better, because you want the team to get better. But it starts with building that relationship. And so this is a very good step to me. You know, as long as it doesn't become friends, you know, I'm your coach, I'm not your friend. That's how it should be. There's got to be a line drawn there. But as a coach, we can do some things that friends would do. You know? And Nick D, like you're saying, yeah, this is a good way to check them out. See what their maturity is like. See if they are, you know, just see how they, when you're out in a situation like that, a person's character comes out. Now, they're going to be a little bit more reserved because they just met them. But still, when you're out in social interactions, in a social setting, somewhere along the line, some way, your character begins to come out. And as a coach, you can peep that. You know what I mean? You can peep that and see, you know, who does what. You learn who you can address, how you can address them. So I think that's a very good sign. I like the fact I like the fact that you got Moutier and Frank there. I would have liked to see Trey Burke there too if they plan on keeping Trey Burke around. Because you need there's going to be a point guard competition between Frank, between Trey Burke, between Emmanuel Moutier, but you still need those guys together because you got to be able to you got to work with them. They all got to work together. But Trey wasn't there. I'm sure there'll be another time that Trey's called on to come out and do something. Robert Paris, thank you for the super chat. You say, when the time comes, Fizz will kick dry butt. I believe it. And this right here is a step in letting you know that, we can be cool and everything. We can go out. I can throw up the peace sign with you and everything. But when it comes time to get to work, we're going to get to work. And they trust that he's going to put them to work for the right reasons. You know what I mean? So that's important. That's important. And I respect what my man Fizdale is doing. I like Fizdale already. I like what he's doing. Talk about building a culture. He's building that culture. He's building that culture right there. Just as long as he doesn't get too personal. Too personal to the point where he can't discipline. Quiet James says, Sim, you think Doncic low-key trying to play with KP? I think that he's in a situation where he's able to kind of pick and choose where he wants to go. And BN, I'm gonna answer your question in a minute, and I hope you call in so you can so I can school you man to man about what a culture is. All right. But I think that Doncic is playing his cards to make sure that he goes to, as you guys can see, when rookies come into the league or any player that's in the league, the situation that you fall into, is important. Like look at Jason Tatum, right? He fell into, he's in Boston, a great situation for him, right? They had a slot there perfectly for him, and now he's what? He's one game away from going to the NBA Finals. And it's not like he's coming off the bench or riding the bench. He's a major contributor as a rookie, as a 20-year-old rookie, because he's in the right spot. He's in the right spot. So I think Doncic, however you say his name, is trying to do the right thing, right? He wants to go to the right spot where you have the right coaches, you got the right culture, you got the right, he's going to fit within that team. They're going to play they're going to play a game that's going to complement his game and be able to bring the best out of him. And I think if you are in that situation to be able to control your destiny somewhat, then why not? Because he can easily say, I'm not coming to the NBA because I don't want to be drafted by whoever. He may not say it in those words. He may not say, I don't want to be drafted by this person and that person. But, he can, to his people, I don't want to be drafted by Phoenix. I don't want to be drafted by Sacramento. I'm not going to enter the draft this year. I will stay with Real Madrid or whoever he's with. I'll stay here and get my $2 million a year or whatever it is. Because I'm already a millionaire. I'm treated like a star here. I'll stay here. So I think he's just playing his cards. He's playing his cards so that he can go to a place that's going to fit him wherever he wants to go, that's going to fit him and give him the best possibility to shine when he does get into the NBA. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something that I find about a lot of these guys overseas. A lot of them, and I'm not saying that Luka is trying to angle himself to the Knicks. But a lot of these guys really do like New York City. Because when they hear about the U.S., they hear about New York City. And they want to be in New York City. Right? KP wanted to be in New York. Frank wanted to be in New York. Because they hear about New York City. They're enamored with New York City. You know, and when you go to New York, if you're from France, you know there's going to be a French population, right? Frank is a black dude from France. You know you're going to be able to come to New York and be able to find some Creoles or something to chill with, right? If you're from Spain, you know in New York there's going to be a big population of people who maybe come from Spain. If you're from Italy, there's Little Italy. If you're from China, there's Chinatown. I mean, you know, everything is, you know, things are there, so they can come to the States, but still find a little part of the world, a little slice of their world in the States. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of these guys from overseas do think about New York City. You know, because it's New York City. You know? Now, does that mean Luka's trying to get to the Knicks? I'm not saying that, but but I wouldn't put it past it coming up in conversation with his people. Let's say that. And let's say that. I wouldn't put it past it coming up in the conversation. You know. But I'm gonna open up the lines. I want you guys to call in. I want to hear what you think about Fizz taking the kids on a field trip, taking them to Boston Garden, letting them see what it's like to play in the NBA playoffs. You know, you may not be able to, they may not have played in the playoffs, but to get that experience of being there, you know, I know for me, I'd be like, man, I want this in the Garden. I want to be part of this, you know, and make you work that much more because you want to be part of it. You know, I got my man Isaiah calling in. Isaiah is almost always the first caller. Word up. I don't know how he does it. You know what I'm saying? It's like my man got his finger on the button, ready to go. He's always the first caller.
Yo, what's up,
Isaiah?
son?
What's popping, bro?
Not much, man. What up, chat? Black and time. You want to hear something funny? Something? I'll be ready because
1 second. I
know.
can't hear you, my man. Hold up.
You hear me?
Let me see what's going on here. Let me check my headphones. All right, I got everything going, but I can't hear you, but I'm going to do this.
You can't hear me?
Check this. Go ahead and say something.
Hello?
I'm still not hearing you, my man. I don't know what's up.
Oh, let me call right back.
Looks like everybody else can hear you. So I think it's on my end. But I don't know why it's on my end.
Let me call you right back.
Let me see.
Up top hill. Good ball movement here from Cleveland. Gaines on the attack. Stops. Brown goes for the fake.
I don't know. I'm not getting you, my man. I'm not getting you. I'm gonna have to check it out and see what's going on. Having a sound issue right now. My people having a sound issue. But I'm trying to get it worked out so I can see what's going on. But like I was saying, my man Isaiah, I see you there. Can you hear me?
You hear me?
But I can't hear you still. So just hold on. Just stay on the line. Don't come off. Just stay on the line. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what's popping, but I'm gonna keep on talking, and while I'm talking, I'm gonna work on it and then see if I can get this thing going. You know?
I'll co-host with you.
And see what's up with it. Sometimes these things act funny. You know, I don't know why. Sometimes they just start acting funny and things go crazy. But anyway, I still can't hear him. Anyway, I think it's a good thing that Fizz took the kids on a field trip And I'm gonna try to get my sound going. I don't wanna hang up because we already got the thing going. I'm gonna hang up with you for a second, Isaiah. I'm gonna hang up with you. Let me check this one. My man Rafi, I see you on the line. Can you hear me?
My man.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, so my desktop audio isn't really going. So anyway, well, I'm just gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on talking. Yeah, I know you guys can hear him, but I can't hear him, so that makes it a problem if I'm not able to hear him. So I'm gonna tell you guys when to call back in once I get this sound thing going. So don't call in for a second. I'll let you know when to call back in. All right. But anyway, as we were saying and as we were talking, as we were saying, I'm gonna just keep going. Fitz taking the guys on the trip, I think it's a good thing, and I'm hoping that we can have a few more of these things go on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Fizdale will you know, I mean, maybe he'll take some guys to the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? And continue to build their interest and intrigue them with the playoffs and what the playoffs means. You know what I mean? BN, I want to get back to BN because BN was saying something about culture. And he was asking me, or he said, what is culture, really? So BN, I'm going to explain to you what culture is. Right? And I hope you get it. I hope you understand what I'm saying. When we're talking about culture is it's the way your team handle it. It's the traditions of your team, right? So if you have a culture, if you have a bad culture, then you might have a team where it is the standard for everyone to go out and stay out all night. It might be the standard for people to argue amongst each other. Maybe there's no rules set. You know, and people just, people just come and go and run all over the team and run all over the coaches and those type of things. If you have a positive culture, players know how to pull each other up, right? They know how to police themselves in the locker room. Guys know it's not time to go out. You know, we have an important game. It's not time to go out and stay out all night. You know what I'm saying? You have standards that everyone is meeting. Everyone has these standards, and they meet these standards, right? And everyone agrees that I'm going to abide by these standards because this is what we do. This is our way. So have you ever heard someone say, we're gonna do it the Knicks way, or we're gonna do it the Cleveland Cavaliers way, or whatever it is? All right. That's having a culture. This is our way. This is the way that we do it. Just like in your family, in your home, you have a culture right in your home. Whatever things that you do with your family in your home, you know what I'm saying? That is part of your family's culture. Not culture as in, you know, I'm Hispanic or Latino or you know, I'm Hispanic or Jamaican or whatever it is. Culture, and these are the things that you do. So when you develop a good culture within a team, you know what I'm saying? You develop things that lead to winning. Now, having a good culture doesn't mean that you win right now. You can have a good culture and not win games, but that good culture will eventually lead to winning games. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you understand what I mean when I talk about culture now. All right? Hopefully you do. All right, so I think I got it fixed. If you want to call back in, I just had, something that was off. If you want to call back in, give me a call back, Isaiah. We can get this thing on the popping and get the show done right the way that we do. The nothing but Knicks culture. You got that, BN? Nothing but Knicks culture. So, BN, you said that was a rhetorical question. I don't believe you. I don't believe you that it was a rhetorical question. I think you were really asking what culture really is. And that's cool. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Own it, my brother. Own it. All right? So I'm saying, own it. All right, my man Isaiah. What's popping, bro?
We back? We good? We good?
We good. We are good. We are very good right now.
Black is time. I was trying to tell you, it's funny because like the way YouTube do it now, I got you on a little screen and I got my Skype ready because I know I be trying to wait for Tony Cole to go first, but then after that everybody be on it. So that's why I be on it.
Yeah.
Trying to be the first one. After
That's
Tony
cool.
be taking 30, it'd be
yeah. So what you think about Fizz
man
taking the
that
guys to Boston Garden, man? How you feel about that?
That's good. You got to show them what winning basketball and what team basketball is. I've seen a lot of players have done that. And I don't think Fizz. Listen, I'm gonna say this: Fizz got hired because of what he's gonna get in those players.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm not worried about him taking the guys and being buddy. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
But it was beautiful, man. It's what they need. They need to see winning. They need to see what team basketball looks like. They need to know what it takes to get there. You know what I'm saying? And also, I guarantee you, I bet you Fizz even told them, they're like, look at Tatum, look at Brown. That could be y'all easily.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And he's just want him to see what a culture looks like and what he's trying to do. So to me, that was beautiful, man. I'm happy he did that, and it's good he did that.
So did he bring him there to see Cleveland, or did he bring him there to watch Boston?
Oh, Boston. Because you can't win the way the Cavs is doing. I don't care what nobody tells you. You can't win the way they're doing it. You can win the way Boston's doing it. Because the way I've already told people, next year Boston's going to sweep everybody in the playoffs. If they stay healthy, man, it's going to be almost a guarantee they go into the finals. Almost.
Okay. I mean, they might go to the finals this year.
See, that's what I'm saying. See this, but they're not gonna win this year though. But they'll definitely like next year when they got the players, they'll win next year.
When they got their people back.
Yeah, I think that's a no doubt. But yeah, man, it's beautiful. I love it, man. And I love what Fizz is doing. I think we're gonna establish that culture. I just said it on the chat. I said the last time we had culture was Knicks tape. That was the last time we had culture.
Yeah, we established the culture for that one team, and then the problem with it was that the people we had who were maintaining that culture, they were all old, so they couldn't play for more than a year. Marcus Camby, Rasheed Wallace, Jason Kidd, having all them guys on the squad, they helped to establish a culture, a good culture, but they couldn't last. They couldn't last. They were too old.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the right kind of guys around Melo at the time. You had Jason Kidd, then you had shooters, then you had vets that keep J.R. Smith, Melo, Morris Stoudemire, keep them guys in line. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've had a losing culture. We've had a culture. It's just been a losing culture.
Yeah, but I got a feeling, man, like I think the culture is definitely back. I think it's going to be back. And, with Scott, Steve, and Dave, I think the coach is coming back.
I'm with that. I agree with you. I'm with you 100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I think Fizdale, them guys, I think we're bringing it back, and I'm excited. I'm excited about what I'm seeing and what's happening. The guys are building a bond already. Guys that you look at and say, this could be our future. Moutier, we'll see, if he's going to be that. Frank, Dotson, I think it says a lot for Dotson, man. I really think Dotson is going to be a favorite of Fizdale.
I like Dotson, man. He's what we need, man. He's a 6'7" shooting guard. You can't, he can play.
Yeah, he plays defense. He's athletic. His last year, he was a rookie last year. He's got to get it, was able to get his feet wet a little bit. Now I think he'll probably be more comfortable coming in. He'll be more comfortable, willing to shoot the ball a little bit more. You see, he finally got loose a little bit at the end of the season. And look, I said it at the end of last season. Some people called me crazy. Some people agreed with me. But if Dotson can come in this year for this first half of the season and show that he can be a starting shooting guard in the NBA, I will move Tim Hardaway. I will find a way to move Tim Hardaway.
Hey, Sim, man, I agree. Listen, man, I agree with you because, again, this is just a lot. This was just one of the main reasons why Jeff got fired. It's just he wasn't playing the kid. And then you see the kid go for 30 points against a quality, good Heat team. And it's like, where was this all season? And it was just like, you got to just, I like the example when Tim Hardaway went down.
Mm-hmm.
I seen the Indiana game. He didn't play good.
Right.
After the Indiana game, Jeff just gave up. And I'm just like, yo,
yeah.
What are you doing? You got to give. Why I was excited. I wasn't excited, but I was happy to see that Dotson got time because I was like, this kid can play. He can play. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jeff gives up on him after one bad game. He's a rookie. What do you expect?
Yeah. Right. And I think he just wasn't ready mentally. I think that was it. He just wasn't ready. First start as a rookie. When he gets comfortable in the NBA, I think the kid is going to be. He may not average 20 points a game, and you don't necessarily need him to average 20 points a game. But I think he can give you. I think he can give you. He might be able to give you 12 to 15. Maybe not this year coming up, but maybe the next year afterwards.
And I got faith. I think he can do great, man. And and I'm calling it Sim. I want you can call me on this right now. Next year, Frank will be on a first or second team defensive team next year. I'm calling it.
In the NBA?
Yes. He's gonna be either first team or second team.
All right. We're gonna mark this show down. I'm gonna put it in the description. We're gonna mark it down and we're gonna come back to it next season. I hope he does. I hope he does.
Because they had Drew Holiday, and he was ahead of Drew Holiday in pick and roll defense. So I got a great feeling that Frank is either going to be a first team or second team. I got a good feeling about that.
All right. Hey, Isaiah, man, I appreciate the call as always. I know we got some people trying to get on the line.
I just want everybody to know that the tickets up for the draft, by the way. The tickets are up on Ticketmaster.
Yeah, I seen that.
Everybody could go get them. I'm definitely going. Me and my cousins already playing that. We definitely going. So.
Okay. All right, I'm going to let you know what's going on with it. I'm trying to get some media passes to get in, but I'm going to let you know what's up with it.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. All right, peace, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get into the draft. I did see some tickets, so I'm trying to get there. Hopefully, I get this media pass to get in, and we can shoot some live things back, backstage or whatever you want to call it. My man Rafi, what's popping, bro?
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yep, everything's good.
All right, cool.
It was on my end, not your end.
Oh yeah, all right, cool then. Just want to talk about Fizdale a little bit. I really like what Fizdale did. Like, I think a lot of Knicks fans know this. He's really, really smart. Like, not just basketball wise, he's really, really smart. Like, I think he understands the New York market.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think he understands the New York market. So what he's doing is, I'm not saying that he's doing it for the media, but I'm saying that he's taking them to public places to show people that he cares about the players and how he can develop a relationship with the players. So because I think that was just
right. Yeah, because that was a knock against him, right? That he couldn't develop a relationship with players and so on. So that could be. But I think he's a little more genuine than that. I think he really just wants to. I think that's just him, who he is,
Yeah, you're right. But I think that like Scott Perry and Steve Mills, they knew that that would have been good as well anyway, just for the public image. After because I was just watching the Charles Oakley stuff today, and I was thinking, I don't know, I'll be surprised if the Knicks can get past that. Like, and now people are, all the Knicks fans are seeing the change now. And I'm liking that he brought Dotson as well, because I think Dotson, he was a second round pick. So does he have a qualifying offer, or is he got another year? What's his contract looking at?
I think his contract. Let me see. I forgot, but I think he has like 2 more years left on his contract.
Yeah,
or 1 more year left on his contract. Now he didn't receive a rookie contract because he was a second round pick. He wasn't drafted. Oh, wait a minute. They did draft him, but you don't have to sign a second round pick. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
So he has. We get this over here. Where is he? Damian Dotson? Yep, 2 years left on his contract. So he makes $1.3 million this season coming up, and then $1.6 million the following season, and then he'll be an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, like the last caller was saying, that I agree with him as well. That I think he's going to be Fizdale's guy. But I don't like how a lot of people. Shout out to the chat. I don't know about what the chat is saying. But a lot of people, like, from social media I'm seeing, they don't really like Ron Baker. I don't know why they don't like him, because he's a decent defender. He gets up, like, you can see that he's not like, he's given us the effort, and I think he can develop to be a really good guy. He's got a good shot as well. Maybe the playmaking is not all up there, so he'll be better suited at the 2. But I think that he can. I don't know why a lot of people. What do you think about Ron Baker? Because I know he's going to opt in because of that money. He's definitely opting in.
Yeah. Well,
what do you think of Ron Baker?
I think this is what I think. I think that Ron Baker is being judged by the amount of his contract. If Ron Baker was making $1 million a year, I think people would then look at him and say, maybe he needs to play a little bit more. He plays defense, put him on the floor. But because he, got a contract making $4 million a year, kind of undeserved, I think, because he hadn't really proved anything. I think now people hold him to that contract. Now, okay, you're getting $4 million a year. We have a few more expectations from you. So I think Ron Baker is judged by his contract. What I mean?
That's the one thing I'm worried with this regime a little bit, because with the contracts they gave last year, that's the only thing that I'm probably a little bit worried about. I know it was the first year, and Tim Hardaway was a restricted free agent, so you had to offer him a little bit more money so Hawks wouldn't match it. But Hawks wasn't going to match it because they were trying to do what 76ers would do. That's the only thing I'm a bit worried about now. It's just about how they're going to give the contracts out in the future, especially like to free agent players. Like when we start contending, I don't know if they're going to be paying players a bit more. So it might like I don't know what Wizards now, they're restricted with their cap. Like there's teams now you can see we thought they were going to be good, but now they're restricted by cap. They can't even improve anymore. Yeah. So that's the thing I'm a little bit worried about.
And I think Tim Hardaway was done by Steve Mills. Scott Perry wasn't here when they signed Tim Hardaway. I believe he was here when they signed Ron Baker, but I got a feeling that deal was kind of already in the works.
They gave him a trade kicker. I really don't understand that. Why would you give Tim Hardaway a trade kicker? Like, no, if you wanted to trade him now, no one's gonna want to accept that.
Right.
So I think the rest of the time now as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Tim Hardaway can be a very good player, I think. I just don't think he's worth. I don't know. Maybe he is worth the $17 million. I don't like that he shoots a poor percentage from the field, and most of that is due to shot selection. Shot selection from 3, shot selection from 2. I don't like that he really isn't the kind of guy that's just you're paying him money to be, one of those guys that's really going to be able to create for you, and he's not that.
He's better coming. I think he's better coming as a 6-man. That's why I think his role is better to be. Yeah, but you can't get that money now, obviously.
Yeah, I think he's much better as a 6-man, and but obviously he's not going to be that here. Now, I am willing to say this though. LeBron last year was Tim Hardaway's first year having the type of role that he had, much like Kristaps Porzingis. You know what I mean? First year being the man.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway is his first year having as much responsibility as he has. So let's see if he can, maybe he grows into it.
Yeah, fair enough. He was injured as well, so I'll give him that as well. And just last thing before I go, I can't. I was watching the show the next morning, and I heard BN. This guy is hilarious.
Yeah,
he is. When he said something about rebounding, like doesn't matter. Like, did he know? Oh man, what did he say about rebounding? Like, it doesn't matter.
You know what he said? He said rebounding is not as. It's overrated, I guess. That's basically what he was saying. Rebounding is overrated. That is I'm not exactly sure what he was saying. BN's in the chat. So, BN, you got a chance to explain yourself. You got to explain yourself with that one, man.
The game yesterday, Rockets wouldn't have won it like without PJ Tucker's rebounds and all the other players' rebounds. Like,
yeah.
Like, come on, rebound. I thought he was. I thought he. I think he still does know some stuff, but that was just a crazy. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking about. I
don't know what beyond. I don't know what he was thinking about with that. Hey, Ravi, man, thank you for the call. I know you gotta. I know it's real early in the morning for you.
It's cool, man. I got an exam anyway in a couple of days, so that's why I'm staying up. And I have to get used to that schedule anyway. So
okay. Okay. All right. I get it.
Catch you soon anyway.
Definitely, man. All right. Appreciate the call, bro.
Thanks, bro. Bye.
All right, man. Peace. BN. You got everybody with that one, my man. Gotta explain yourself with that one, bro. You can't come in and say rebounding doesn't matter anymore and think you're gonna get away with it. Word up. You can't do that. It's not happening out here, my man. You can't do it. My man Tony Crow, what's popping with you, B?
Yo, Blackest Time. Shout out to the chat.
Sure, man. What's up?
Ain't nothing, man. Just, checking in as always.
Yes. I mean, we talked a little bit about Fizz taking the guys to
the game, yeah.
To the game, which I think was a real good move by Fizdale. I like that. Real good move by Fizdale. Start talking a little bit about Tim Hardaway Jr. And if Dotson can come in this year, I mean, this is what I would do. If Dotson can come in this year and prove that he can eventually be a starter in the NBA, maybe be a starter in his third year, maybe the second half of next year, I'd look to move Tim Hardaway and see if I can, move him and spread that money around to other positions. You know what I mean? I don't think that, I don't know. I mean, Tim Hardaway, he's cool and everything, but I feel like you can get production out of some other guys.
Yeah.
I feel like without paying that money.
Yeah, I don't think Tim. Here's the thing. I don't think Tim will be an easy move.
Right.
So it would have to be a lateral move with somebody making the same amount, just as good, not necessarily better, but maybe in a position of need.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's not going to really be an easy move without potentially losing the trade.
Yeah.
And then for the trade to work better, his production would have to go up, which then would question whether
whether or not you trade him. Right. If he comes in, if he comes in next season and he's shooting 48%, 40% from three, then you're like, well, averaging 20 points a game. It's like, well, why do you trade him? Yeah, of course. One, I know I've seen a lot of people in comments in the chat bring up Philly because JJ Redick's contract he was on a 1-year contract, $20 million. You know what I mean? Like Siobhan, big shout out to Siobhan right now for the super chat. Said he says I already told y'all we can trade Tim Hardaway Jr. for number 10, which would be Philadelphia, right? Philadelphia has a 10 spot. that's not a bad move to me.
No,
that's not a bad move to me. I would
definitely do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. I would think Philly would be more interested in Lee, but less likely to give up number 10 for Lee. But
right.
What would you do, Lee, for what they have? They have like the 26th pick or something also?
Do they have another pick? I'm not sure. Let me see.
I'm pretty sure they have 2 first rounders and at least 1 second. But I mean, I would look into that. I think Lee would probably fit the
way they play a little bit. Yeah.
As far as being the veteran and being to the finals, he actually, you could argue he had more experience than JJ.
Yep.
I mean, because JJ didn't make it to the finals. He has a lot of playoff experience, though.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know what I mean? So I think Lee would be a better fit. But I do either one, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, Philadelphia has the 26th pick as well. So they had the 26th pick. So they had the 10th pick and they had the 26th pick. Now, okay, so Siobhan says we can get Tim Hardaway for the number 10 pick. Is it more likely that Philadelphia would trade the 10th pick for Tim Hardaway or the 26th pick? Right, because
I wouldn't necessarily do the 26th for Hardaway. I'd give him the option of Lee for the 26th and Hardaway for the 10th.
So you think Tim Hardaway's worth the 10th pick?
I wouldn't do it if I was Philly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I was Philly, I wouldn't do it. I don't think I'd do it.
I would do it if I was Philly, but I mean,
now if I was Philly
with 2 options, they may bite on one of them, or they may come back with a counter
offer. If I was Philly, I would do Tim Hardaway for the 26th. If I'm the Knicks, do I do Tim Hardaway for the 26th? It depends. If I want to free up that cap space,
cap space, yeah.
Right. If I want to free up that cap space, if Philly has the cap space where we can just trade Tim Hardaway for a pick and no other players, and I free up $17 million.
You know what though?
It depends on how much they value Tim Hardaway.
You know what? If we did that, it would probably come back to bite us in the ass.
Probably, because they'd be in the playoffs. I mean, we play them in the same conference.
Yeah,
depends on how they use that $17 million.
Who New York? Yeah, that's true.
Depends on how we use that $17 million. Think about this.
Especially, we don't know what happens with Canner and KO. We might end up having max money.
That's what I'm saying. Right? So, you Philly takes Hardaway's contract. Cantor opts out. That's $35 million. I think we're about $6 million over the cap. That gives you about $29 million this summer. You don't have to spend it all this summer. There's nobody there that you really want. But now you can really start to look at how to spread some money around.
And it opens up those positions too, because we got a glut for the
exactly
guards.
And if they really, they say that they think Frank Ntilikina is a 2. I disagree. I don't think Frank is a 2. I think he's a natural 1. But if they want to play him, say, we'll play you at a 2 sometimes, we'll play you at the 1. It opens it up now. You can start Trey Burke, start Frank at the 2. You draft the 3 like Mikal Bridges or whoever you draft. Now you got your point guard. You got a shooting guard that maybe one day can even play a small forward. And your shooting guard can go back and forth from playing the 1, playing the 2, playing the 3, can defend the 1, 2, and the 3. I mean,
that fits and works out perfect.
It does. It really does. And then you have money to spread around. Now, even if Cantor doesn't opt out.
Next year we had the money. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you still got some money you can pay KL if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the 26th pick.
Yeah, and the 26th pick, well, you might be able to. You might get a talented shooting guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might get a talented shooting guard. You know, you might get the kid.
Mess around.
You might get
around. You trade the 26 and the 36. And try to get a Zaire Smith.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You mess around and trade the 26 and 36 and move up even higher. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it could work.
I hope we're active. And I hope, we put ourselves in a good position.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Like there's a lot of options out there. Yeah, I just want to go big and rock with the guards we have right now. I mean, unless it's something earth shattering. Yeah, it makes no sense to really go after.
Big shout out to Correct Defense with the super chat. He said, "Man, until you started talking about him, we haven't heard a single thing about Tim Hardaway Jr. all off season." And that's a good thing, in my opinion. He's right. We haven't heard anything about Tim Hardaway Jr. Nothing, not a peep. Not even out of Scott Perry or David Fizdale. You know, we've heard about KP. You know, they talked a little bit about KP. Talked a little bit about Frank Moutier. Nothing about Tim Hardaway Jr. And I thought about that earlier. You know, I was like, we haven't heard anything about Tim Hardaway Jr. I want to know what Scott Perry's thinking about Tim Hardaway Jr. What's his mindset with with Tim Hardaway Jr.? What's Fizdale's mindset?
I found it funny that when everybody congratulated the coach, Tim Hardaway's congratulation was basically take that for that.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. He may be the odd one out. I mean, if he could be moved, I was gonna say something. I can't even remember, man. What was we just talking about before you mentioned Hardaway?
So with what we talking about? Talking about trades, possibly moving up. If you did trade Tim Hardaway, get that 26, package it with the 36. Move up.
Yeah, I lost it, man.
I don't know. But
it's all good.
But yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I haven't heard anything about Tim Hardaway. Hopefully he's training. Someone just said Tim Hardaway was with one of the Knicks staff training on his Instagram, which is good. Yep, that's good. We'll see how it goes. And maybe he's just quiet. And just going about his business.
Y'all was talking about Baker a little while ago, and I be forgetting he's on the team because he's been pretty much out so long. But I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with him either, because he has the technical no trade clause, and he's not opting out of the $4 million. But I will say this. Before Frank started playing, Baker was definitely our best defender at the guard position. Yeah, whether you want to say point guard or two guard, like I agree. Hands down. His problem was he was missing shots. I mean, he took good shots. He did all the right things. He just missed his shots. I mean, so I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I'm not gonna bash him, and I'm gonna give him props when it's due. Like. He was a better defender than any other guard on the team prior to Frank getting playing time.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I agree with that 100%. I just think he's being judged with his contract right now.
So, the crazy thing is, like, why it doesn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't know. Phil did some real weird stuff. I mean, I understood re-signing him, but why $4 million for 2 years?
It's $4 million for 2 years. Make no sense.
Oh, for $4 million
but that was Jeff Hornacek's boy. That's another thing about him. You know, that was Jeff Hornacek's boy. We'll see, you know, how Fizdale feels about him. Now, Fizdale might like him because he plays hard. You know, Fizdale might like him because he plays hard. So we'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, I already thought we had a you know what I mean, too many guys, and I'll be forgetting about Baker sometimes. Yeah. So it's like somebody has to go, honestly.
Yeah, it's too much of a glut. Something has to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see us rocking with everybody. So it should be a move rather than just losing whoever is not going to be there for nothing.
Right. Yeah.
But shout out to the chat. Yo, Black, it's time. Keep doing your thing,
definitely, man. Peace, bro. Have a good one. Yeah, big shout out to Siobhan Robinson. Said, worst case, thank you for the super chat. Say, worst case scenario, we can trade back with the Clippers and pick up Knox and another good piece with the 12th and 13th pick. And I know Tony Crow brought that up a while back. Some other people brought it up. I just don't think the Clippers are going to... I just don't think the Clippers trade the 12th and the 13th for that 9th pick. I think the Clippers would be more likely to trade with, I forgot, whoever it is, has a couple of picks. The Hawks. I think that they would be more likely to trade with the Hawks because the Hawks have 3 first-round picks. I think they would be more likely to work something with the Hawks where, you know, they now pick up 2 picks. You know, when they have like the 13th pick, I think the Hawks have the 30th pick and they have like something in the 20s or 19th pick, I think. You know, I think the Clippers would probably work something because, you know, the Hawks are having a problem with their point guard. Don't want to play with them anymore. So they may be looking for a point guard. So they may be looking to move up to that 12th pick so that they can get Colin Sexton. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think we might want to look at and see what, you know, the Clippers and the Hawks may be doing something. I don't know if the Clippers going to trade the 12th and the 13th to move up to the 9th. You never know. Who's Mark? What's popping, man?
Yo, honest to God, listen, man, let me tell y'all something. There's 3 untouchable players on this team that is going to stay for sure. The rest, their time is soon is up. I think Dotson is a for sure player that they want to keep. Frank and Porzingis. This Lance Thomas, once his contract is up, he's gone. Kyle Quinn, he can just find somewhere else because I'm not paying him whatever money he's looking for. Because y'all got to understand something. The salary cap is going to stay where it's at. And teams are not, as it look right now, teams is not going to overpay like how we paid for Tim Hardaway.
You're right about that. They're definitely not going to overpay.
And Steve Mills, that was like some brain lock. That was brain lock to me because he's a bench player. You know what's so crazy? If he didn't get paid $17 million, if he got paid around like 10, he's like a 10 million because he's productive.
He'd be good.
He does things. But he's a bench player. But when you paying him $17 million, I'm looking for him to be like a player like Milton because Milton stepped up, averaging 25 in the playoff. Now, if he was Milton, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'll pay him $17 million. I'm fine with that. But listen, teams are not going to... We're stuck. We're really stuck till 2019. So y'all better buckle up because teams are Philly. Let me tell you something. JJ Redick is coming back. He's going to take less money because teams are just not going to pay him what he's looking for. And plus, he's 33 years old. And plus, he likes being in Philly because I listened to a podcast. He likes being in Philly. He has a role on that team. So
he lives in New York, so he could.
He's not going nowhere. And Philly is looking for a max contract, a max players, either Paul George, Kawhi, and one of those players. They're not going to trade us that 10th pick for Tim Hardaway Jr. It's not going to happen because they're not going to bring $17 million for a player that goes. He's cold one night. They're looking for a player that can score the basket because that's what they was missing a little bit in the playoffs. That person that could just take it over the dribble and score it. The reason why we talking about Ron Baker is because he in New York. If Ron Baker was somewhere else, Ron Baker wouldn't even be a thought. So let's just stop talking about Ron Baker.
But he's on the team. We got to talk about him because he makes $4 million next year. You got to talk about
and
him.
after that $4 million, see you later. Because guess what? I want my players to be. Because guess what? And I you know, I was smiling today. I forgot about what Fizz is going to bring to the team. Anybody
You forgot about what?
Be,
you forgot about what?
I forgot what one thing Fizz going to bring to the team. Everybody got to be in shape.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody got to be in shape, or else you do not play.
You right about that.
I forgot about the Miami Heat culture. If you are not in shape, you're not playing. So that's a plus. I was like, oh, watch when Frank get his body. Oh my God, that kid is going to be
look,
much quicker.
Like Frank is going to be in shape. I'm worried about someone like Moutier because to me, I don't think Moutier has good work ethic.
Listen, he had his chance. He had the starting guard in Denver. No. I'm not paying it. I'm not paying these clowns. They ain't gonna play, man. I'm telling you, I'm tired of signing players like that. It's years and years and years and years and years of these players that come to New York saying they want to be in New York and they just play subpar. No, get away from me. I want players that has that fervor that wants to play for us. Not this, I'm in New York City, so I play subpar and party at night. No, I'm not going through it, man. I'm not going through that crap, man. Nah.
Don't break on us, man. Don't break.
And then Lance Thomas, if Lance Thomas was able to hit a consistent shot, man, I would keep him. But we a lot of times it can't be 4 on 5 on the court, 3 on 5 on the court. Everybody has to be a weapon.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Fizdale gets him.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree with you. He's got to be able to hit his shot if he's going to be on the court. You know, but let's see what happens when Fizz gets him.
His shot is broken. Like if you watch a Moutier's shot, he releases on the letdown. Like when he's coming down, he releases it. No, that's not. No.
Yeah, and then his feet are crooked and all kinds of stuff. I know.
I will keep Trey Burke because guess what? He does things right. Like he plays the game right. Sometimes I wish his decision making was a little bit quicker, but I can keep it for what we paying him.
Yeah,
I'll keep it for what we paying. But this Kyle O'Quinn, he can't move. Yo, bro, he can't. And Cantor, he's pissed. Listen, man, he's gonna resign.
I like Kyle O'Quinn. I like Kyle O'Quinn.
I like Kyle O'Quinn.
I don't know how much money that he wants.
He's looking for more than Ron Baker. I bet you that.
I'm sure he is.
I bet you that. And we don't have that type of leisure to be giving players like, listen, man, listen. I like Kyle O'Quinn. I love what he brings, but we gotta go athletic, boy. I keep telling y'all, we have to go athletic. You see how Miami's athletic? That's what because we listen. We got the guards. We got the 2 guards. Like I said, I always have faith in Dante. Watching him last year in college, when he get consistent, he's gonna shoot that ball. Because teams was calling for him. The funny thing, teams wanted him this year, and I was glad the Knicks didn't give him up because teams was calling for him. We are stuck. Cantor's signing back. He ain't getting 18 nowhere else. 18 is a lot now. 18's a lot of money now. He's gonna opt in. You see him on the internet just
yeah, that stuff is getting on my nerves too, man.
I swear to God, if Cantor was able to move his duck feet on defense, boy, I'd have paid him.
Yeah, he'd be a monster.
I'd have paid him decent money.
He'd be a monster.
He is a load. He's a load. He's a load.
He'd be a monster if he could play some D.
He can't guard a pick and roll to save his life. He gets touched on the pick and roll.
Yeah.
He can't guard that whatsoever. Like he's non-existent. It's an automatic bucket, automatic drive to the lane. I'm looking for athletic wings. And guess what? I retract my statement. I'm looking for a wing in this draft. I'm taking the wing, man. I'm taking the wing because I'm just remembering what Fizdale's going to bring to this team on a discipline and on a workouts. Oh my God, I was just drooling today. And and you know what's so funny? Listen, man, don't bring up the Knicks tape because that year really hurt my heart because I swear to God, if he was able to beat the bum ass Pacers, we'd have went to the finals because
I believe it.
That team was perfectly matched up against LeBron. And let me tell y'all something. I've seen LeBron go against Carmelo in plenty of times. And Carmelo gives LeBron fits. He gives him fits.
Yeah.
The only reason why LeBron has advantage of it because he has better teams than Melo. But that Knicks tape, that team right there was finals ready. I don't care what nobody says to me. Because that team shot the best in the league at 3. And that's what you need to go against LeBron James team. If you don't have the 3, you're going to lose.
I definitely agree. I definitely believe that they would have beat or could have beat Miami. They matched up perfectly with Miami all season long.
When we played Miami, we matched up perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfectly. And I was never worried about Carmelo in that time because he was gonna make shots and take shots. That Indiana game, I will never forget it because all J.R. Smith had to do was hit at least 2 shots. Melo carried us as long as possible. But no one else. Tyson Chandler got his ass whipped by Roy Hibbert. That series. And no one else showed up. But Carmelo in Game 6. We'd have won Game 6. We'd have beat them in the Garden. We'd have whooped them in the Garden.
I hear you. Hey, Mark, man. Appreciate the call, man. I got a lot of people trying to call in.
Yo, Taxstone, get off my back. I know what I'm talking about. I've been watching the Knicks for the last decade in agony.
All right, I think we all have, man. For real. All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call, Mark.
All right, yo.
All right, peace, man. Yeah, that 2012 team was the team. It definitely is a disappointing season. That was a disappointing season. One thing I do want to go back to, Mark said something about Philadelphia looking to sign like a Paul George or somebody like that, which is very true. But they may still have money, even though they're looking to sign a max player. If you look at their salary cap for next year, they have $44 million in committed salary. $44 million, right? The salary cap is going to be, they're going to have $60 million to use in free agency. $60 million, right? So, okay, Joel Embiid, I guess this is his last year. So Joel Embiid is going to get paid, right? Then you got guys like Amir Johnson, Trevor Booker, who's not signed, Marco Bellinelli, Ilyasova. These other guys here, who knows? They're going to have some money to be able to spend. So maybe it's possible. I don't know if they take Tim Hardaway's $17 million. They'd have to really like Tim Hardaway and what he brings. JJ Redick, I think they would probably prefer JJ Redick because he's a vet. And like Tony Crow said, maybe Courtney Lee might be a better fit there because he's a vet. I don't know, but they got a lot of money to spend. They got, they're going to have about $60 million to spend. You see that, $45 million next year. They're looking to build a championship squad. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see what it is. Who I got on the line here now? Nick. Hey, what's up, man? What's poppin' with you, Nick?
Hey, man. I'm going to start off by saying this past weekend, you lit fire under dudes with that KP Towns argument trade. Like, I ain't heard that much passion out of all the callers. It was like, you lit fire. Yeah.
Yeah, we was in a civil war for real.
Yeah, man. You started something. Ultimately, I don't feel like that even matters, like, between the two because their numbers are that close.
Uh-huh.
So to me, it all depends on the wings. just like somebody had said, and this is why I think the draft all depends on the wing that we draft. It's because until Jimmy Butler got to Minnesota, it completed the team. Like, you need that good offensive, defensive wing. Every team that's great has one. Kevin Durant, Iguodala, you got LeBron. You know, it's all these wings. I mean, you just pick a team and you could point to a great offense, defensive wing. Ben Simmons with Philly. I mean, you got a lot. Giannis. I mean, come on, you need the wing.
Yeah, you got to have them. You got to have it. And they better be able to play defense because you have too many talented wings in the league. They can't play defense. Yep. They got to go. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They got to be able to play D.
That's why you need the length so you could switch and you could hold back people. That's why Frank was drafted. I mean, it doesn't, you know, like, everyone is concerned with the scoring and stuff, but all our point guards before Frank were terrible on defense.
Yeah.
Every single one, down to Marbury, all of them been bad. And Frank is the most versatile defender. Plus, he got some vision. So, you know, we are set up from a guard standpoint. One thing I thought that was interesting, and I know everyone doesn't like Moutier. I don't either, but I was thinking this, that if Craig Robinson is actually good as everyone says, if Fizz and his system is good at and development and teaching Moutier how to finish at the rim and actually shoot, and let's say we have a good year out of Moutier, then we'll have a pretty good player. And I say that because there was a podcast I was listening to called Locked On NBA. They broke down what Denver was like after Moutier left. And they said they got worse in every statistical category. And even though he played less and less minutes, their numbers went down. And they said that they were missing a true point guard because Jamal Murray wasn't a true point guard. So before I heard that, I was like, well, Moutier is trash because I didn't see anything from him that was good. But it made me rethink because he is a true point guard. It's just he makes bad decisions and he doesn't finish at the rim. So we got to see what will happen with the development this season. And there was a trade that I actually thought about with Philly. And it was the Hardaway or Lee for that second pick or that 26th pick.
Second pick.
Yeah, well, sorry, the 10th pick.
Oh.
Or that 26th, whatever the second pick is that they have in the first round. We may have to trade our second round pick just as a kicker to get that 10th pick, because you know you got to sweeten the pot for these teams. Because JJ Redick, I don't know who we trade for from Philly to sweeten to make the contracts match. And I don't know if we would need the contracts to match because it's the off season.
If you trade who? You're saying if you trade who? Hardaway?
Okay, if you trade Lee or Hardaway, either one, you gotta get something from them to match the
money.
money.
Well, I think what would have to happen is they'd have to agree to a deal, but then the deal wouldn't be completed until after July 1st.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I think so. So then, you know, when Philadelphia is drafting at 26 or 10 or whatever it is, they'd be drafting for the Knicks. Gotcha. And wherever the Knicks were drafting, they'd be drafting for Philadelphia. And then after July 1st, they'd make the trade, which then, because that's when JJ Redick, that's when they open up $60 million, right? And then that's when they'd be able to complete that trade.
Okay, that makes sense, and they could just absorb that contract.
Absorb the contract, right?
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. One thing I did think about was Minnesota, because a lot of reports are that I listened to Zach Lowe. Zach Lowe was the guy who broke the thing about things being uneasy with Towns. Zach Lowe said that he never mentioned anything about a trade or them trying to trade Towns. No one's mentioned that from Minnesota. They just said things are not easy. You know,
Right.
it's
Right.
rocky. Everyone else in the media went with, oh, he's going to get traded or he might get traded. When really the problem with Minnesota right now is their bad contracts. One of them being is Andrew Wiggins. So I got to thinking maybe we could try to do like a dump off trade, because one of the things on this Bill Simmons podcast, I suggest everyone listen to that last one where he talked to Zach Lowe. They had a conversation about what this offseason is going to be like, and they said that there's going to be a lot of trades of bad contracts. So I wanted to, one of the bad contracts that they said was Andrew Wiggins needs to get traded because Minnesota doesn't like him, and they damn sure don't like that contract. So I thought about, what about trading, say, like Courtney Lee and Joakim Noah for Andrew Wiggins, or Hardaway Jr. and Courtney Lee for Andrew Wiggins and Justin Patton, just to make the money match up. We take either their first round pick and second round pick this year with it, and you know that the money will match up that way. I thought that would be an interesting one. But the only thing is, Andrew Wiggins is going to be $25 million against the cap, but he's a wing. He can't play the two guard position.
What?
He has potential. He just can't defend worth a damn. But depending on what Fizz could actually pull out, he may be able to do something with them. So,
well,
you know,
the thing is, and hey, I'm gonna answer it, but I'm gonna let you go because I know I got some other people trying to call in.
Yeah. Most
I
definitely.
appreciate the call though, man. For real.
All right, man. Cool.
All right, peace, man.
All right, peace.
Later. The thing with Wiggins, you know, Wiggins definitely, you know, he feels that, you know, he's young, athletic, plays that wing spot. So the question is, can you get a better wing out the draft? Also, though, looking at his salary, Wiggins makes $7 million this year, 2017, 2018. He's a free agent 2018, 2019. So now Minnesota, if it's really that bad, Minnesota can just not re-sign him. I can guarantee you that probably won't happen. They'll be looking for some kind of side. Well, let me not say that. I guess if Wiggins is an unrestricted free agent, he can sign wherever he wants to go, right? So he makes $7 million this year. What's his worth? What is Wiggins? What's his value? I don't know. You know, so he is someone, especially if you're able to free up money. If someone like, if Cantor opts out, then maybe you have some money to sign an Andrew Wiggins. But then, you know, he made $7 million as a rookie. He's in his rookie contract. What's he going to make after that? And do we want to pay that much money? I don't know. Because I think you might be able to get someone out the draft that's going to eventually be at least as good as Wiggins. You know, Wiggins is okay, but I don't know if he is what he was expected to be coming into the NBA. You know, but it's a thought, and it's things that, you know, of course, Scott Perry can mull over. Keep all options on the table. You know what I mean? Ron Martinez, what's up? What's poppin', man?
What's up, man? Shout out to the chat.
Definitely. Hey, let me ask you a question. How you feel about this all rookie team, man?
Did it come out today?
Yeah, the all rookie team came out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. Take a look at it.
I didn't get to look at it.
Yeah, so the all rookie team.
I'm pretty sure this guy from the Celtics is on there, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know he's on there. So you got
this. Go ahead.
So the all rookie first team is Kyle Kuzma at forward, Ben Simmons at forward, Donovan Mitchell at guard, Jason Tatum at forward, and Lauri Markkanen at forward. That's the first team.
Okay.
All right, and then the all-rookie second team.
Did Frank make it?
Nope. You got Bogdanovich on the second team at guard, John Collins at forward, Dennis Smith Jr. at guard, Josh Jackson at forward, and Lonzo Ball at guard. Frank got 1 vote to make the second team. Wasn't enough to make it, of course, but he got 1 vote.
That's rough.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I didn't expect him to make the all-rookie team, and I don't think it means much. Yeah. Right? I don't think it means much at all.
Right.
You know, if you look, you know, if you go back, I mean, look, Langston Galloway made the all-rookie second team in 2015.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's an all right player, but you know, what you think about it? What do you think that means as far as Frank? I don't think it means a hill of beans. I don't think it means anything. But I seen some people kind of upset. You know, say Frank got, you know, snubbed. Yeah, not really. He didn't put up the stats. So.
Yeah, but Frank's still young, bro. He's young. I mean, he's a young player. He's coming. You know, I mean, he's what, 19?
19 years old.
I mean, 19 years old. I mean, I know Europeans players, you know, they play against grown men over there, but some of these guys are coming straight out of college, and there's a big difference when you got a guy like come out of college that plays 1 year. I mean, for example, I would love sometime, like when the Knicks with this draft this year, I don't know who they're gonna target, but you know, sometimes when these players come out of college and they've been in college for 4 years, that player has a level of maturity that a guy who has played 1 year in college, or got, you know, one and done, or a guy from the European. Sometimes those 4-year players that you were like, man, who's this guy? But those 4 years in college, you know. But sometimes when these guys come into the NBA, so it's, you know, it's a whole different beast when you're coming from Europe, coming over here, and with Frank, you know, of course, you know, with his offense, you know, it's, you know, getting back to, like, you know, what you were saying the other day, we were talking about the centers, you know, and I know you caught a lot of heat, you stirred up a lot of, you know, and I heard the debate you had with who's smarter, and it was a great debate. But you know, it goes back to what you were saying before with KP. Okay, going into this season, we know most likely KP, realistically, it's a possibility he doesn't come back. But when he does come back, is with our new coach, who are we going to be running the offense through? Are we running the offense through KP? You know, because if we draft a player in the college right now, and what happens, the guy that we draft ends up being a surprise, where all of a sudden, you know, he just starts, you know, he blows up. Now KP comes back. Well, guess what? You may be option number 2. You may not be option number 1.
Right. That's the truth.
Or option 3. You know, can he handle that? Can he handle if he comes back that he's not the number 1 option?
That's the truth.
You know. And then if he comes back, getting back to what you were saying, Simeon, are you okay, or is KP okay to say, okay, you know what, I don't know what Fizdale's going to ask from him, but are you okay, like you said, what if Fizdale said, listen, I know you got the skills, but I need you to crash the board. I need you to play defense. Is he going to be okay with that? Or he just want to be a forward?
Right.
Because right now, just like you mentioned the other day, about Carl Anthony, if right now KP was 100% healthy, and DeMarcus Cousins, would you take DeMarcus Cousins over KP?
That's a tough question. I think probably so. Right now,
I mean, because right now, if you were to go on your computer right now and pull up the metrics, this is about easily about 8-10 guys when they do the metrics ahead of KP, and it almost except for offense, but rebounds and assists, they're all ahead of KP, all of them.
Yeah.
DeMarcus. This guy from Denver, I forgot his name. There's a couple of guys out there. I think DeMarcus, Carl Anthony, couple of dudes. They're all ahead of KP now. While KP has so what KP has over them is the upside, which is he has youth and he has offense and upside and the offensive game. But right now, think about it. As a fan looking at the NBA right now, this is a guard-oriented league, right? You know, I mean, if you look at the playoffs right now, I mean, a perfect example. I'll give an example. Houston against Golden State, which I loved it. It is so funny because we talk about so much. It's frustrating as a Knicks fan because here it is. We got D'Antoni, who used to coach the Knicks. He's 2 games away from the finals.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So about D'Antoni, he doesn't like defense, and when he starts he calls out his team. He apologized, but he calls out his team the other day for saying, "Oh, we play soft." And then when they beat Golden State, that's they felt us for 3 quarters. So here you have, you can't question Houston's offensive power, but here it is. But he didn't say because we scored more. He said because they felt our bodies, they felt our defense, against Golden State, And watching that game the other night, I don't know how you feel about, Stephen Curry with doing the shimmy and all this kind of stuff. But once those guys got in them, wait, what happened? All of a sudden, nobody was dancing no more.
Right.
Nobody was dancing no more,
Yeah.
And for all these people out here that want to put Golden State up there as the best team ever, or we've never seen 2 MVPs play together, they wasn't even playing 90s defense against them. And look what happened to them. Just imagine them playing against 90s.
I agree with that. Yep. I agree with that.
Houston and James Harden is not known for defense, but just the fact they put a little pressure, then what happened to them? And all we keep hearing is Iguodala. Like, since when Iguodala is the X factor for Golden State? Who would have thought someone mentioned Iguodala? We got 2 MVPs. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
So I look at it right now. The playoffs. I think it. I think you were saying earlier, right? The Fizdale took the team to the game tonight.
Yeah, he took Frank. He took Frank Dotson. Moutier to the game to watch Boston the Celtics and the Cavs tonight. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that he did that because he's like, listen, this is what we're gonna be up against the next couple of years. Forget about the
for
Cavs.
real, right?
I think that's a good way to say, listen, forget about LeBron. LeBron may not even be here next year. We got to deal with these boys for the next couple of years. So I want you guys to take a good look that this is what we're gonna be facing for the next couple of years because Tatum ain't going nowhere. Kyrie's coming back. You know what I'm saying? That's a young team.
So, I mean, yeah, and look, if we draft correctly, make a couple of right moves, I'm not saying we're gonna be Boston, but we'll have young players that will be able to compete with them. I really think so.
And you look at their coach. I mean, he's got better. I mean, and I remember a couple of shows ago, you were saying that it's so key. Even if we don't, I remember a team like, what does it matter if we go to a play, we're going to lose? But you see that the reason why Boston's playing it because they got a taste. They got a taste of the play.
Yeah.
Even though they lost, but they've been there. And every year they got better and better and better. And that's something that, you're not going to learn by sitting down. You have to be in the playoffs. Even if you lose, that's experience that, that is going to carry over to the next year. Yeah. And that's something, and I love KP, but like you said before, he hasn't even sniffed the playoffs, so he ain't in a position to be calling no shots.
Yeah, he hasn't sniffed it. He doesn't know the intensity of it. I don't even know if he's been to a game.
And not only that, a lot of these players, they've been. They asked Jason Tatum earlier tonight in the press conference. They're like, "Is there a difference between the regular season and the playoffs?" And look at him. And he's like, "Yeah, they're being more physical with me. The guys are." He even said it that some of the guys that he's playing against in the playoffs, they're stronger than him. Look, he haven't admitted that. So if KP thinks that, hey, you know what? No, brother, wait till you get to the playoffs. Wait till you get to the playoffs. If you think they're banging. Bumping you now, wait till you get to the playoffs. They're really gonna bang them.
Yeah. I'm telling KP, and I think KP understands this, but KP's got about another year left to his honeymoon period in New York. You know what I'm saying? And pretty soon we're not gonna be able to say, "Oh, he's too young. He's growing into it." He's 22. He's gonna be 23 next year. Next year is his 4th season. Okay, he's half the season, he'll be out. He comes back to his 5th season. You get to that 5th season, them excuses go away. You're not young no more. You've been in the league. The expectations are here.
Who knows? Maybe they turn him to OKC. You could join Carmelo over there and join. And get this guy trade for this guy. We get to that point.
And if we're still not winning, if we're not even sniffing the playoffs, then people are going to look at KP the same way it happened with Chris Paul, right? Same way it happened with Melo. You can't get past the first round, whatever it is. It's going to happen with KP. I think he understands that. And, I know fans are going to say, well, he's still young, he's still learning. But once you've been in the league 5 years,
right?
Come on now. You know what I mean? So I hope he's preparing his body and getting his body right, getting his body ready.
I saw a report the other day. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but there was a report the other day that somebody actually saw KP overseas. They said that he looks ripped. I don't know if it's true. I haven't seen no photos or picture, but they said that he's looking strong. But of course, the thing again that is against him is that they say that he has a hard time keeping the weight on when the season starts. So that's another thing. Maybe it has to do with his metabolism.
Right.
But they say that he's looking strong. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he has to become, David Robinson type of body or Dwight Howard, because I don't want a situation where he gets so big and it's going to affect his game.
Right?
But, right, exactly. But, like I said, when he comes back, who knows by that time. And, of course, it comes down to our scouts. I hope our scouts, the combine, that we get. Because remember, whatever pieces what we do right now, we got to think is how this is going to affect us 2-3 years down the road. Because everybody's looking at 2018. We got to think about 2019, 2020. Right. That's what Boston's doing. They've been doing it, building brick by brick. So, but we'll see what happens. And next time I call in, I was going to talk to you about because I know you're doing tonight. You got a lot of callers, but I heard you the other day. You were talking about the situation you had with your assistant coach, and it reminded me when I used to work in a group home. And so I'll talk about it more. About I commend you. I commend you. I know the decision you made when you had with that assistant coach, how he was talking to your players, and it kind of reminded me when I used to work in a group home. And people don't realize that when you're dealing with youngsters, you make a big impact on them, and it's not so much, it's beyond basketball.
Exactly. Way beyond basketball.
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it more next time. But yeah, brother, shout out to the chat again, and bro, we'll see what happens with this draft, and hopefully with KP, hopefully, I mean, I know, don't get me wrong, I think people are taking it the wrong way. We're not saying that he's not good.
Yeah.
We're not saying he's trash. But I'm sorry, you can't have a 7'3" guy and your guards are out rebounding you.
Right, 100%. Exactly.
No, you can't have that. Your guard got more rebounds than you. You're small forward. No, you got to be out there. And of course, we're gonna see when he comes back. Because the team that he comes back to, we'll see if that all comes down to Fizdale is what kind of offense he's gonna run, and if he's gonna be the number one option. Because if he's not the number one option, is he gonna say, "Oh, you know what? I'm out of here. I thought I was the man. Now I'm not the man." So we'll see.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it, Ron. Peace.
Okay, bro. Take care.
Peace. Yeah, talking about guys bulking up, and I read that same article about KP. Really looking ripped. Says his physique is really gonna look different. I guess maybe we're not gonna get a chance to see it until he does his documentary. But let's hope that's the case. I really hope that's the case. And I do. I know who's smart and other people probably, I'm not hating on KP, right? I want KP to do well. I hope that KP turns out to be better than all them guys. You know what I'm saying? I do. But I'm not afraid to call a spade the way that I see it. I'm not a homer. I love the New York Knicks, but if I think somebody can do better or can do this or can do that, I'm going to say it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is. So, and I think there's some things that KP can do better, and I'm sure he's working on those things to make it better, and I'm sure he's heard it from other places. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's heard it from other places. Stop talking like that. I could talk any way that I feel is necessary. That's the whole reason why I got a mic and a mouth. I got a mouth and a microphone. Like my boy Nas says, all I need is one mic, and I can spread my voice to the whole world. Anyway, talk about bulking up. This is our boy Frank right here. And apparently Frank is Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get it back to you. There we go. Frank has bulked up a little bit. Looking a little bit bigger. Looks like a scared deer right there. You know, deer staring into the headlights right there. But looks like he got a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? Looks like he got a little bit bigger. And let me tell you, over the season, Frank up 8 pounds of muscle. You know what I mean? I'm sure since the season has stopped, I'm not going to say he picked up another, 4 or 5 pounds of muscle, but he looks like he's been lifting, getting stronger. You know what I mean? By the time the season starts, I would say Frank maybe is going to probably put on a couple more pounds of muscle. Man, let me tell you something, man. If Frank bulks up, the league could be in trouble, man. Yeah, the league could be in trouble. The kid, he's still a baby, and he's growing. I don't know if he's gotten any taller, but he's growing. And from all we know, he has a great work ethic. So he's constantly working, constantly in the gym, and yeah, I can't wait to see him ball. He's been working out. It's hard to see, it's hard to tell much from just straight up workouts. You know what I'm saying? When he's just working out, you're not gonna learn that much from just a workout. So we'll see clips of him working out and doing those things. You're not gonna learn much. I want to see him play. That's what I'm waiting for. You know what I'm saying? You say he'll be a 6'8" point guard in 3 years. I can see that happening. Maybe 6'7". I can see that happening. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Got a little bit of a cold. I can see that happening. And hopefully he'll get that scoring instinct and still have the point guard characteristics. Put those two together, man. The kid might be dynamic. Really, the kid could be dynamic. So I just can't wait to see him play. He's getting bigger, getting stronger. Can't wait to see him come out here and play. And finally, when after next year, when KP finally gets back, to see them two on the court together some more, because with Jeff Hornacek, they just didn't play together a lot. And what I found is, when they did play together, I thought KP, with that pick and pop at the 3-point line, I thought that KP got the most open looks when Frank got him the ball. You know what I mean? Other guards would get him the ball, and it looked like KP had to rush his shot. But when Frank got him the ball, they were wide open shots, just because Frank knew when to pass it. He knew how to suck the defense in. There's some things that he knew how to do to get KP the ball, and I can't wait to see them two really, really play together. They didn't play together enough last year. I can't wait to really see them two play together and what they can bring. And then whoever we bring in, how Frank works with that person as well. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Frank is gonna look like when he starts to play. Play some pickup ball in July after the draft. He'll play in the summer league with the new rookie or rookies. And I think all the teams are playing in the Las Vegas summer league this year, so that's definitely going to be, excuse me, an exciting time. Frank Ntilikina, he's back in New York. And he's putting in the work, and I think we're going to be in for something exciting with Frank, man. Something exciting with Frank. And I know we got a few haters out there, but that's okay. Y'all can hate. I know we got some Frank haters out there. Y'all can hate. It's cool. But the kid is home. He's back from France. And, I think he's ready to you can see him right here. Look a little bigger right there. You take a look at him again. And I know this is just a workout. It's cool. You know, nothing big, nothing major. He should be able to do that when he's working out by himself. But look at him. He looks a little bit bigger. Shoulders look, you know, his chest looks a little bit bigger. You know, shoulders, his arms a little bit bigger. The kid is coming. The kid is coming. I still think he was the right pick for us. Of course, we know what Donovan Mitchell did. But, yeah, I like Frank. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. When I find some things, when I see Frank not doing some things that I think he should be doing, I'm going to call that out too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call that out too. I see Frank doing some things that, or not doing some things that I think he should do, I'm going to call it out. That's what it is. So, you know, all the stuff about KP, it is what it is. He's still my boy. Still want him on the Knicks. Still want him to win. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some potential second-round picks. You know, the New York Knicks have the 36th pick. I'm going to tell you who I really like. I told you guys before, I do not think he's going to be there. I like the dude from Villanova. I still can't say his name, but I like the dude from Villanova. You know what I'm saying? Dante. I like that guy. And I would love to see the Knicks draft him. I don't know if he's going to be there at 36. I don't think he's going to be there at 36. You know, I know Diallo is a fan favorite. You know, but I really do like Dante. I'm gonna just call him Dante. I'm gonna just keep it at Dante. I'm gonna call him Dante. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it at Dante. I just think he's the kind of guy that he's athletic. He can shoot the three. He can go to the basket. Has a strong body. I think he can play defense. You know, I know he's projected as a late round. He was once projected to be in the second round, but I think he's moved up into that first round. DiVincenzo. Thank you, Nick D. DiVincenzo. I got to practice. Grayson Allen, he'll be a prospect that's there. I'm not as high on Grayson Allen as I am with DiVincenzo. He does have that little nasty streak, though. Dante's going to be a Celtic. You know what, TK? You might be right. I know Danny Ainge. I believe that they did they had an interview, right? And that's another thing. If Danny Ainge likes him, I trust Danny Ainge. I definitely trust Danny Ainge. If Danny Ainge likes him, there's something to be said for it. You got Grayson Allen, Jalen Brunson, another point guard from Villanova. Maybe, he could be a possibility at that spot. Especially if we move a point guard, you may want to bring in a point guard. Brian Nurse, you say Dante is Ron Baker with skills. Yeah, I agree 100%. Now, Forbes, this guy from Forbes says Moritz Wagner, center from Michigan. We are going to need we'll see what happens with Inez Cancer. We may need a center. Kyle O'Quinn too. Inez Cancer, Kyle O'Quinn. We may need a center. Excuse me. Javon Carter, point guard from West Virginia. Maybe that's a possibility. Amadou Diallo, of course, shooting guard from Kentucky. He may be an option there at 36. There's a lot of guys out there, and I'm sure that Scott Perry and them guys are, doing their thing. Ace Bezel, you said the caller was right. We need to just draft the best wing. Diop, you say Diop is good too. Yeah, but I think Diop is going to go higher. I think Diop might be in the first round. You know, Alawa says Shamari Pons getting his workout rescheduled with the Knicks. He had to take finals. Okay. You know, but yeah, I think Diop may go higher than the second round, man. Jerome Robinson, second round pick from Boston College. Excuse me. Yeah, Diop, I don't think he's deep in the first. The thing is this, I feel like in this late second round, I mean, it's very close. You know, people like not late second round. People really like the early first round picks because you're very close to very close to that first round. You can probably get first round talent in the second round. In you know, those first 5 to 10 picks, you might be able to get first round talent. In this draft, you really might be able to get first round talent. You know, and you might sneak in, get a sleeper and get somebody who can really produce for you. I think Hutchinson. Now I read something about Hutchinson. What did I read? I read something about Hutchinson. Maybe he's not declaring for the draft. I'm not sure if that's what I read. Yeah, yep. He pulled out of the combine. So here we go. Let's pull this over real quick, talk about Hutchinson. Because I know some people talked about Hutchinson a while back. Boise State's Chandler Hutchinson pulls out of the NBA draft combine. Several league sources say the 6'7" Hutchinson has a promise from an NBA. Oh, never mind. He has a promise from an NBA team that he will be drafted, and it's taking the conservative course by skipping the combine. ESPN has him projected at number 24, so never mind. I was wrong about that. I guess I just read the headline. So yeah, he's got a guarantee. Okay, the Bulls guaranteed him. All right. The Bulls guaranteed him. Okay. I guess that's a smart move by Hutchinson, you know. The Prince, what's up, man? What's popping with you?
Man, what's popping, still, man? Just had to call in. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling Coach kicking it with the young boys at the game. Like you said, it shows leadership, and it's just, you know, camaraderie. And you, like you said, building something different. Where, like you said, most coaches and most people, like I said, I think last week in the chat, or I think a couple days ago, some people said, "Oh man, that's he kissing ass," or something like that. Excuse my language, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you know, that's just relating to your players, and you know what I'm saying, being able to reach and just come down to their level and hang out with them and show them something different. So that him showing that fortitude, that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? I was really actually made me smile. Like, dang, that's cool. That's really cool, Coach.
Yeah, that's good, man. You know, that's how you, and you know, given his age, he's like 42, 43 years old. You know, these guys 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. You know, he's like a father figure or a big brother.
Not in a church.
You know what I'm saying?
A visiting minister.
And you know, that's exactly what he needs. That's what they need. You know, especially a guy like Frank, you know, who's over here. Probably, you know, it's just him. I know he's got some older brothers, but they have careers. You know, to have someone that can kind of be that mentor, you know, he needs it. He needs it.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, especially with a lot of these younger guys, like you said, and now, because, like, you know, I coached ball up here in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a New Yorker, but you know what I'm saying, I'm out here in Michigan. And like I said, I coached high school basketball, and I coached high school football before. In my first year of coaching, you know what I'm saying, I took my boys to an all-you-can-eat buffet. You know what I'm saying? We took the whole JV squad, you know what I'm saying, took them out. The other coaches like, man, B. Will, you crazy. Why you doing that? I'm like, you know, it's just getting my boys together. They ain't never been around each other in the atmosphere where they can just be around each other. This is teaching them to be a brotherhood and family. Yeah. And, you know, just like you said, a culture and tradition. Where, again, that season, I probably had one of my best seasons because, again, the boys bought into each other, and they went on, you know, years later to do pretty decent things moving on. But like you said, that just showed me that, you know, just coaches coming down to the kids level is super dope. But one thing I wanted to ask you about is, did you read, I think they said something about the Knicks got like $4.6 million. That,
you know, teams have, there's a certain amount of money that teams have where they can buy picks. You know, they can use that money for things like that. It used to be $3 million, so now maybe it's like it could be up to that 4.6 million or whatever it is. You know, to buy a pick. Like, for example, I think they bought when they drafted Billy Hernan Gomez, I believe they bought that pick from Philadelphia.
Got you.
Right. So yeah, you know, they can buy picks. You know, you can buy second round, you can buy first round picks.
And that's what, you know, that, like you said, where I think, like you said, them boys is really, they over there, you know, got they evil genius thinking caps on, because I think they really in a position to really make a splash. And like you said, I think that's going to be a big thing with that high second round pick. I think we're going to sneak back in and maybe get, could you look up, I think the kid from UNLV, the 7-footer, what's his name, like Brandon McCoy or Michael McCoy, something like that. He's like a 7-footer freshman. He's like a phenom that was crazy from like UNLV. And I was thinking maybe we pick him up if we don't get a Bamba. You know what I'm saying? We don't get Bamba in the first round, and we get something crazy happen, like you were saying, where we trade Courtney Lee or somebody like that, and we end up with Knox and Sexton, and then early in that second round, we get us a center who can play with them boys for the next 5, 10 years, man. You know, that would be groundbreaking.
I've never really seen him play, and I can pull it up. I'm pulling it up right now. But my only thing, in that second round, can we get a player? I mean, I guess you can. You know, you got Draymond Green was in the second round. There's some players that come out in the second round.
It's a couple decent guys. Like I said, I was looking, honestly, I was looking at NBADraft.net, and just the way that they was looking. Like I said, I was looking. Honestly, a lot of those guys is like, yeah, okay, they decent. I see Hamdi done fell. He fell late. They got like Utah maybe picking him up like late, like 50 something, and I'm like, wow, I didn't think that he would fall so far in the draft. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a pretty good talent, but maybe people think he's too raw. I don't know. Yeah,
look, I'm looking at this guy here. He looks like he could be raw. I don't know if he has it offensively. Just looking at this guy here, maybe defensively, he looks like he'd be a guy that you bring into your into training camp. I mean, your G League team and try to develop him.
Okay, here you say okay.
He's long.
Right, long 7-footer. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, plays D. I mean, yeah, he's definitely not that prototypical today's, 5. That shoot the 3 and play D. But I think he may be able to be just as young and freakishly as he is, he may be able to develop it.
Yeah. That's what that G League is for. You bring him in and develop him. For sure.
Right, and let him go down there and go crazy and eat, young fella. That's eat and be a monster and earn your way back up here. And then, like I said, you can challenge Big Cornet and, whoever else we may have at the 5 at the time, and then you could maybe crack the rotation, big fella. But I think, like you said, because it didn't dawn on me until you said that earlier, and I think we did that with Clea Anthony early. That like you said, the second round picks don't have to be signed.
Right.
I think Phil, I think that's why they got rid of him so easy.
Yeah, that's what happened early. You know, I had a lot of hope for Clean Anthony too.
Man, that
was my guy,
me,
man.
Bro.
I had some hope for Clean Anthony. You know,
that hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt. It really did. Because like I said, I thought he was gonna be that gym, and I think Phil seen something in him too. Like I said, and I was gonna say, everybody hate on Phil all you want. I think Phil had that eye. He did have an eye for a decent basketball player, and I thought Clean Anthony was going to come in and help. I didn't think he was going to be a star, but I thought he would definitely contribute and, you know, give us a spark for what we needed, you know, helping mellow out a little bit coming off the bench and stuff. But yeah, that's something his career turned out the way it did.
Yeah, it does. Hey, the Prince, man.
Kept larking. But yeah, man, my bad, brother. But hey, man, shout out to chat. I ain't gonna hold it up. I know it's getting super late.
Yeah.
Man, hey, man, shout out Nami. Son, shout out Tony Crow, man. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the guy, James Willie, man. Shout out.
All right. Big up, man. Peace out to you,
man,
bro.
Take it easy, Sam.
All right. Peace, man. Definitely got some passionate callers. You know what I'm saying? You guys in the chat brutal sometimes, though, for real. Y'all some brutal bros in there, man. You know, y'all brutal sometimes, but hey, it is what it is, man. It's late. I'm about to head off. Glad you guys stuck it out with me, stayed up with me, man. What's the schedule looking like? Let's see what this schedule is looking like. This is Thursday night. Check out when this next game is. You know, hopefully we get some Knicks news. You know, some. You say, yeah, I know it is comedy sometimes, man. We get all kinds of characters. Okay, so next game is Friday night. I'll be on Friday night after the game. That's gonna be a big one in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a big game in Cleveland. I'll be on. Hopefully we get some, you know, maybe we get to see some more Knicks highlights or whatever it is. But I'm heading out. I am going to check you guys on Friday, of course. What you say, B.A.? Yo, Sim, how am I supposed to take Crow seriously when he literally forgets what he called in for? I don't know. You're going to have to take that up with Tony. You know what I mean? Maybe we got to get you and Tony on at the same time so you guys can talk about it. Hash that out. But I'm about to head off. You know what I'm saying? It's late. Mimi K, you say stay on. I can't stay on, man. I got some things to do in the morning. I wish I could stay on now. The chat, y'all can stay on all night after I log off if you want to. But I got to, you know, I got to get rolling, get rocking. I got some things to do. You know, but I'm gonna be back on Friday, and you know, we can get it going again. So, you know, you have an easy, peaceful rest of the week. You know what I'm saying? Have a peaceful rest of the week. And I'm peacing out. All right? If y'all want to stay in the chat, feel free to stay in the chat. But I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. If you enjoyed this show, please hit the subscribe button below. Ring the bell. I put my hand up here so you can see it. Ring the bell. Get a notification anytime that I go live. We're going to be following the New York Knicks the whole off season. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and holla at me on the social media world. Peace. Try to peace out. See if I can do it again. There we go.